Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we're going to look at the distance an enemy needs to be away from us to be considered a close enemy and a far enemy. So we have a couple of perks. We have Gorilla and Gorilla Master that do bonus damage to close enemies, and I did a video a while back showing what that distance was. But since I did that video, we've got this card. It's been introduced. It's Downranger, and it does bonus damage to far enemies. And so I figured I would do a video that just showed both things, close and far enemies, and we could just see the distance for each one. So I've built a fancy camp here. We're going to use the floors. So this is one floor right here. So we're going to use the squares here, and this is going to measure how far away for close and far enemies. It is a total of 8 long, which I think will be enough. I know it's enough for the close enemies. For the far enemies, I'm pretty sure it's close enough there too. I haven't tested it myself, but I know several people who have. So I'm going to test that today as well. Now, for me, when I first heard far enemies, my thought was, well, as soon as an enemy is no longer close, it would immediately be far. And I don't think that's the case. I think there's actually a little bit of a gap between the two where neither benefit applies. So first up, what we need is a baseline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off both perks. We'll take off Gorilla and that. And I don't have anything else that'll give variable damage. So this will at least give us a baseline for how much damage I'm going to be doing with this handmade that I crafted. So it looks like the damage is 19 damage. That's going to be the base. I don't think the range shouldn't really matter as long as I'm not out of range of the... Yeah, so 19 is the base damage. So now I have the Gorilla card equipped. I don't have the other one. I don't have Downranger. So I've got the Gorilla card equipped. And right now we're looking at... What is that? 4... Looks like it's just over 4 foundations away. This should be out of range. I should be doing 19 damage here as well. Yeah, I'm going to be doing 19 damage there. Okay, so right now we're right on that 3.5 mark. And if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I did this test. I think it's just under 3.5. Let's see. So I'm outside of the thing. So that would just be 3.5. Yeah, so that's just over. So if I stood on the edge here, it's got to be close. I think it was 3.25, but I don't remember exactly. All right, so now we're sitting at right at 3.25 is the distance, and there we go. All right, yeah, so it's 3.25 for a close enemy. That is the, because you can see here, I'm right on the edge here. And we've got 1, 2, 3, and then we're like at 1/4. So it's 3.25 foundations away to qualify as a close enemy. And obviously, as you get closer, the bonus will hold on. So 3.5 or 3.25 is the outside limit of what could be a close enemy. So we're going to remove the Gorilla perk. All right, so now we have Downranger, 20% range damage to far enemies. So we should get the same damage number when we're getting this bonus. We should still get the 23. And we're going to shoot from the same distance. So right out of the gate, we are going to be doing 19 damage, which is 18 damage. All right, 18 damage for some reason. All right, so now we're going to go all the way to the end. And this should give me, I think this should be far enough away. We should get 22. So for whatever reason, now the base damage is 18 instead of 19. I don't know what has changed. Maybe some food buff that I had going has worn off. But yeah, so that is definitely within the range of a far enemy, 8 foundations. But I'm actually pretty sure it's significantly closer. So rather than going 1 at a time, we're going to move it up a bit. All right, so this should be right at 5 foundations. And I think we're still... Okay, so there's still... So 5 foundations is still close enough to be considered or still far enough away to be considered a far enemy. Okay, so now we should be pretty much exactly 4 foundations is the thing. All right, so there's 4 foundations. So I mean, at this point, there's only like a 3/4 range between the two, but it looks like we maybe can get a little closer. All right, so now we're at 3.5 foundations away, and we're no longer getting the bonus. So it's somewhere between 4 and 3.5. So this would be about 3.75. All right, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and call it 4. Because 3.75 doesn't qualify either. So right here, this would be like 3.25 foundations. This would be the spot for the, as far as the close enemies go. You can see there's the start point. So this would be about right here, about 3.25. And then right here is 4. So we've got 3/4 of a foundation, this little limbo area right here. Very tiny area, but that is a very tiny area when neither bonus will apply. And there you have the distances for both a close and a far enemy and all the blood that was spilled during the course of this test. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit one of the buttons, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.